Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third qualifier of the A1 Esports League Austria Rallycross Championship. The Austrian but also European Championship. That's something we always have to highlight because this is not League of Legends. You can actually qualify as a European. And my name is René Girona Butler. Next to me is the one and only that makes more money on YouTube than I will ever spend in my life. B1, that's actually not true. Michael
so
B1 TV folk.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't want to trash your earnings, man.
No problem, but welcome back, guys and girls, maybe, for Rallycross action today in Norway. We are at the Lankebanen Rallycross track, HellRX, better known as HellRX, I guess.
I think that's a fitting name for a Rallycross track.
Yeah, of course. So it's a very great track. It has a little bit more space than the last one. We were last week. We were at Knockhill. And Knockhill is very narrow, and HellRX is more a traditional rallycross course there in Norway, with a lot of space, with a lot of changes, from tarmac to gravel and so on.
Elevation changes.
A lot of elevation changes. So, yeah, even more weight transfer through the corners. It will be very interesting today. And we have, of course, the big names on the board, and we are looking for maybe new names today.
That is true. It's still a third qualifier out of 8. Just to explain to you guys how this works, we've got 8 European qualifiers. You try to score as many points as possible throughout the 8 qualifiers, and then you hope to be in the top spots to actually get your ticket to Vienna, to the big offline final. And we also have to say, it's more or less a new announcement, it's not 10k anymore for the final in Vienna, it's 15k. I found some money in my pockets, and I was like, you know what?
15k prize.
There we
pool.
go. Yeah. It's 15k. That's a huge championship. It goes to one.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like 15k for just the winner. Of course, it will be split. But in the end, it's not a team championship. Means if you win first position, you're in for a lot of money.
Of course, yeah.
It's yours. There's no one else to take it.
It's getting close to the SMSR championship, right?
It's bigger now than the SMSR. The SMSR was, I think, 20k in total.
Yeah.
But it had to be split in teams. So it should be lower than what we have over here. It should be the biggest one now.
What we are talking about is a really, really big competition. Yeah, for names, for action, for motorsports, and of course for the prize pool. So yeah, great one.
Yeah, and you can still sign up. You just follow the link down there. It's play.eslgaming.com. Sign up for PlayStation PC because we're showing both in our show over here, and then you might have a chance to follow us on the road to Vienna. We will be in Vienna. Everyone else will be in Vienna, at least if they're qualified and if they have enough points. And talking about all those points and what you actually need to do to go to Vienna, we should have a look at the current standings on PlayStation 4, because we will start with the console racing over here. And you can see Boxer Forever, VP Gaming. It's a German organization, so it's kind of fitting in an Austrian championship. 200 points. That's a perfect qualifier.
2 wins. Yes. And followed by Magic Michael. He is always good for great racing action as well. So we see him right at the top of the board here with 180 points, followed by the teammate of Boxer Forever, VP Darwin Daume, with 135 points. So there is a big gap between rank 2 and 3. So if you reach the final or even the semi-final, you get a lot of points, as we can see here. So the field right after the 3rd place is really close.
That is true. And we got a lot of different nationalities involved here. Just to give you an overview, Boxer Forever, he's Polish. Magic Michael, obviously, from the Czech Republic. Yeah. Then we got 2 Germans with Darwin Daumen and Ocker, both from Germany. Then 3 British. 3 UK guys, Tichney, and then down to Race a Lot. And then we have our first Greek contestant, which is kind of cool. That's Azaziel from the ACR team. Yeah. So it's great to see all of them involved, and obviously the first French, which is kind of surprising to most of us, as the French community is known to be super, super good. But Driver 1's currently the highest scoring Frenchman, closely followed by WIT Ghost.
It may look different on the PC board though, but yeah, you are right. So I expected a lot of more French guys there at the top spots.
Maybe they're just too busy with all the other esports games they're in.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like, currently we don't have that much time to make sure that we're on top of that as well. But that is the current leaderboard, the current standings. So you see, it's still open to everyone, basically. It's just two qualifiers in, but Boxer Forever...
5 rounds are left, so there is 500 points on the board still.
Yeah, but Boxer Forever, 200 points. Yeah, really, kudos to that. Coming into this qualifier with 2 amazing wins early on, making sure that you got not a comfortable lead yet, But let's say the more people participate now due to the bigger prize pool, the less your competitors will score. So with 200 points in, as long as he takes part, I think he might be through already.
Yeah.
It's 5, as long as he always scores some points.
I think he will not lose his skill now from one day to another. So.
We don't know. Maybe he liked the first 2 tracks and it could be totally different on Hell now, the Norwegian Rallycross track.
He was so strong. I expect him still to be at the top spot. I think he also has the track record, the world track record for the Hell RX Rallycross course in the time trial section of Project Cars 2. So he will be even today one of the fastest guys. I guess so. Yeah.
Talking about today, that means we need to know who's actually in the semi-finals and in the semi-heats for today. So that's on your screen right now. Heat number 1 sees Boxer Forever, Darwin Delme, Tichney, Popsu, Massa, and WRT Seaman. Seaman, the only new name on that group.
New name.
Everyone else is basically ripped out of the top 10.
Yep. Right.
That's really, really strong heat. Second heat, Magic Michael, obviously second in the championship right now as well. Matty from GTA, Okarocka, another VP gamer, and then for the very first time, a very, it's not only a unique name to us over here because we don't have that many of his countrymen in here, but it's Cem Bullock-Bassi from the G2 Fernando Alonso Racing Team. That's a huge name.
And he made it to the 2nd position in the F1 World Final, so he's vice champion of Formula 1. And fun fact, I raced against him. Maybe I talk about it later.
We should have a highlight video of that, but unfortunately we don't have the rights for that stream.
Yeah, it was very cool.
But it's great to have him here. I knew that he was in there before. Like he tried to get into the semifinals, and he on the first week, I think his wheel went off.
Yeah.
Like went out of business basically.
Yeah.
Then he did manage to get into the semifinal the second week. Obviously, he needs to get used to Project Cars too because he never played it before.
Maybe. Yeah.
But now in the same heat as Driver R1, one of the big names of the SMSR on the ESL Multiclass Championship of the previous years. So I don't think the group is as strong as heat number 1. But Bullock-Bassi, I'm really looking forward to see that guy from G2 finally racing.
Me too, totally. And we have WRT Manu, a teammate of Seaman, obviously, and car driver R1.
It's a bit sad that Ghost didn't make it. That's the highest scoring WRT player so far, but he's not in today's semi-final, which is kind of sad, at least for him. I don't know about us, because it depends on how much action we see on Hell. But I can see that everyone is already in the lobby, which also means we could actually dive into some racing action. Can you just ready up for us? You're the one with the controller.
Yeah.
Ready up, get us in. There we go, loading screen is on. Norway, 0.63 miles, 7 turns. Joker Lap is the thing you see in blue on your left. So after the right red hander.
Right in the first sector, yeah. So at some tracks,
Joker first lap isn't a thing this time.
Yeah.
As far as I know, they put up a rule. You can't Joker on the first lap. So everyone needs to go to the 180-degree right-hander first, which will be carnage probably. But it will bring some new elements of trying to get everything the right from the start.
And this time no one is starting in the grass.
That's the important part, but there will also be a patch. Don't worry, we talked to SMS. They will bring a patch for this. But we see Boxer Forever. He starts from the top, right with his teammate. That should be Darwin Delme on second position, Tichney on third, and off we go. Green light, see in Hell. The first semi-final heat is on its way.
We are on board with Boxer Forever now. He is the first to go to the first turn, and here we switch from tarmac to the gravel section. The first one already spun.
Oh, I think that was Tichney. I think Tichney spun around the car. Massa is also far away in the back. It was Massa, yeah. It wasn't Tichney. Tichney still on 4th position. Popsu in 5th. And then Massa all the way back. VP currently leading with 2 drivers. This is on board with TX3 Pro Popsu.
Yeah,
currently chasing down Tichney. Look at that. That's a beautiful last corner here. Uphill right-hander.
Yeah, the right-hander up here to the starting line is very difficult to drive. So you have to get into the right position with the car. And the first guy, Tichney, is going for the Joker lap here in the tarmac section.
Well, we saw how important it is to really plan how you take that jump. The different bumps on this track can totally destroy a race. Seaman way too deep into that corner
and he's on the
into the barrier.
On the wall. Oh, very bad.
That
so
was unfortunately overspun the car, was a bit too deep into the turn, really tried to attack him. Darwin Dalmer currently in second position, and once again, just to remind you guys, it's the top the top
three.
Three.
The top
wow,
three
I
is
now
going
went
to the
for
final.
every other number. It's the top three that go through to the final. I was confused with the format for the offline final. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So top three will go through. Currently, that would be Darwin Dalmer, Boxer Forever, and Popsu. But there's still Tichney waiting for his chance.
Yeah, Tichney now, there is a big gap, but Tichney already go for the Joker, or went for the Joker. So the first three guys still have to Joker. So maybe we see Tichney going through.
Oh, look at that, VRT Seaman versus Massa. Massa now getting back onto 5th spot after he spun the car early on in the first lap. A bit
maybe
wide
a
here.
chance to go.
Rubbing his racing, look at that. Oh, over the jump. This
Again,
will be hard for him.
Some contact.
It's not easy. This is Rallycross. It's not going out with friends to a relaxed evening in the bar. It's more like hooligan action in the UK at a football match.
Yeah, it's one of the most aggressive types of racing here in Rallycross. So you, of course, can have some contact with your opponent, but of course, not too much. Not kick out people by an intent.
Look at that. Popsu is locking on to Tichney.
Popsu is directly behind Tichney.
Tichney Joker. The only one that didn't joke at spot is VP Darwin Dalmer. He's currently in second position, but didn't joke at so far.
Here we see him. It was Dalmer.
I think he will fall back.
This is the interesting fight here for the third position because.
But keep in mind, if Darwin Dalmer, he has like 4 seconds. If he jokers, he might get right between those two guys.
Yeah, that will be an interesting fight here for third position, for the last spot.
Over the jump,
so
and
wait, jokering.
He did not joker.
No, but he still. Ah, he forgot to joker.
It's the
final lap. It's the final lap. Oh no.
This will be. I'm not sure. It's like. Did the program not, did the software not lock into him for jokering?
I didn't see him joker as well, so it could be the first time in our championship where someone in the finals forget to joker.
Once again, the only guy with a 100% success rate so far in our championship, Boxer Forever, wins his semi-final heat. Darwin Dalmer is second, but currently without that joker.
Let's wait for it.
Popster would be out then, and Tichney will be in. So 2 VP drivers, 1 GTA driver. Oh, this will be interesting now. Is he out? Is Darwin Dalmer out because he didn't joker? I don't see any penalty added to his place, but race marshals will be all over this for sure.
Yeah,
I can tell you that. But wow, it was a great race. We saw some good action, but did he really forgot to joker?
From my perspective, yes, he forgot it.
Let me check with the race marshals in the background.
We have to wait. Okay.
Wait
anyway,
a bit at least.
it would have been great if he would have made the joker, so we could see this fight between 3 cars. It would have been very great. But
if he did not joker in the end, then he will just be disqualified.
That's of course. And Popsu would go through then.
Yeah. But that means second semi-final. That's the next heat we will see once again to remind you guys who's in there. We see it on your screen. And if I have to pick a favorite in here, I will probably go for Magic Michael. But I don't want to underestimate Chembolo Bassi. I didn't saw him Rallycross yet at all, but I know that he's very fast on nearly every other sim racing game. I mean, he can control an F1 car. So these are super quick.
It could be different now, but let's see. So we will see it just in a minute, I guess. So the second semi-final for PlayStation 4 today. Yeah, right after that we have the final for PS4.
Obviously.
And
Captain Obvious is on here
after
today.
PS4 we have PC oncoming.
Yeah, PC I saw some names already. Standings look really good on PC as well. So that will be an interesting race. But I'm just waiting for someone to get back with information. Rallycross Scoop, let's have a look.
Someone did ask for a German stream. We will have Austrian qualifiers that we will commentate and cast in German. And I think even the final will be in German. But yeah, for the whole European qualifier, it makes sense to just give the English-speaking people or the European persons the opportunity to watch for their teammates and so on, that they can follow the action. I think it's a good thing to have it in English. Yeah, Renee, do we have a decision yet?
No, I'm just seeing a discussion about penalty points.
Okay.
That's the only thing. I haven't seen it. Okay, they will check the video.
Yeah.
I mean, we can also talk to Darwin Dalmer as well. I'm pretty sure he will be honest about this. But I just can't imagine him missing the Joker lap.
Not really. Maybe it was just
be...
a display thing from Project Cars 2. But because normally the game would recalculate and would show us in the end screen that there is a penalty. Right? Yeah, normally.
So you probably Jokered.
Yeah, maybe it was just a little.
We will find out. We will find out. Which qualifier will be the Austrian one? There will be an Austrian, like a separate Austrian qualifier, which means currently we got the schedule for the final 8 already for the European 8 qualifiers. And then after that, as far as I know, we will get the Austrian one.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually had that date because they asked me when I can fly over to Vienna. I can't remember it off my head. I'm so sorry, guys. There's an Austrian qualifier. We'll announce it soon. I'll make sure that's on all our social channels at ESL Project Cars, obviously at our Facebook, A1 eSports. So check it out there. We will announce it. There is an Austrian qualifier. Only Austrians are allowed to race, which will be kind of interesting. First of all, I would like to see how many Austrians will get. We saw some of them in the European qualifiers already.
True.
But seeing them battling only their own countrymen, this will be very, very cool. Like a full, blown-out Austrian fight.
Yeah, it will be great, of course. But even Austrians have the chance to qualify via the European qualifier. So you have, as an Austrian, you have 2 chances to go through. That's basically the advantage here for you guys from the Alp Republic.
Yeah, they have some more chances to actually make it to Vienna, and we will see Austrian heroes racing in Vienna in our final. I just heard that confirmation for that should not be that far away right now for Titch. It seems like Titchner actually told people that Darwin Dalmer jokered. Obviously, we need to check that first, because otherwise he could just come up with,
but I
would rather race Darwin than racing Popsu, so I would just tell people he jokered.
Yeah, I received an invitation, so we can start. I think with semi-final 2.
Oh, that's your first invitational esports event where you are allowed to take part.
Yeah.
Oh no, you actually took part in the DreamHack one, but I gave you the invitation, so it's not really fair.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Gamescom one.
But yeah, Cem, hey Cem, maybe you hear us, maybe not. But I was a guy in the yellow Mustang that you are that raced you on Nürburgring at the DreamHack GT Sport Invitational.
He will be like, who's this no-name talking about me?
Yeah.
But I saw the race. I actually saw the stream. But we're ready. Is everyone in the lobby ready? Yeah. I can see Manu, Okoroka, Cem, obviously Driver 1, Matty, and Magic Michael. I would say give it a go. I mean, we don't need to wait for race marshals. They can sort that out while we are talking and while we're having the second race. And once again, over to Norway, right next to this track. I'm just happy that we're not in Norway right now. First of all, I think it's cold. And second of all, I really think we would get very dirty standing next to the track while casting.
But Norway depends on the region, of course, but Norway isn't that cold as you think. So there is some areas, especially on the coast, that are very warm. And they
leave cliches to me. It's all right.
Okay,
Norway is always cold. It's snowing only. There's no electricity.
Even for the northern part, it should be true. Okay, here's the starting grid. All people are on tarmac. That's great.
Seems like Magic Michael is on first. Yep, that's GTA Matty in second position. Driver 1 in third. Cem Bullock Bassi fourth. And then VP Massa. No, that's not Massa. That is Okoroka. And Manu all the way back. Manu with a great start on the right, overtaking Cem immediately. The G2 player falls behind a bit. Magic Michael now first into the corner, but he ran wide. That will be Matty who went through to the inside, but that's still a fight. Look at that. Magic Michael, Timo Redline versus the guy of GTA. I'm sorry, I was like VP Gaming. Yeah. But he's back to the lead. Magic Michael managed to keep the lead, at least for this lap.
Yeah, I mean, if you're on the inside at the starting position, it's a great starting position. But anyway, this track is so difficult sometimes when you are... Oh, some contact there. When you're having a weight transfer and then go to the slippery gravel section. So,
did someone front-ended someone else?
Took him out.
There's Cem Bulukbasi now. He's really fighting for it. He is in third position, so
inside.
don't overdo it, mate. If you want to make it through to the final, don't overdo it. But he managed to get second position off of Matty.
He's showing a great pace. Some contact and someone on the inside. It was Matty who's
taking... Matty's back. Matty does not give up. He said no, just because you're from G2 and you got Fernando Alonso touching your back while racing does not mean that you get my position.
Yes, great maneuver here from Matty. Matty
Look at them jumping over there. Red Bull really gives wings here in Hell in Norway. Matty now for the Joker. Cem Bulukbasi went in the normal way, so he's through now in second position. We see Magic Michael still in the lead. I mean, he can Joker whenever he wants, probably building up a lead before he Jokers. Car Driver 1. He's back in third position. That's good, because Driver 1 lately seemed to struggle a bit. But on the other side, it's not really about his racecraft, because we know Rallycross can be crazy. You can get bumped out, have bad luck a lot, while he's now locking on.
We see different approaches here for the last corner. So some people take it more from the outside. Other people use the curbs to rotate the car. And still in first position is TRL Magic Mike. And he also... gone for the Joker lap, but still in first position. We see him here, relatively safe. And the battle is going on at the moment. Not a direct battle between Cem and Car Driver R1. But still, Matty...
Matty hangs in there.
Yeah, Matty's still hunting down.
But Cem, once again, it's only 3 seconds. If Cem would Joker right now, he will probably end up right between Matty and Driver R1.
It's somehow a very similar situation to the last semi-final.
Yeah, there we go. Cem is jokering. Is he coming out in front of Driver R1? No, right behind, but in front of Matty. Matty on the back of Cem Bulukbasi now. And Car Driver R1, he is in second position. eSports plus Cars Hero in second position. All of them going sideways, side by side here.
Fantastic race, fantastic Rallycross race here. That was
Cem with a small mistake into their left-hander. Matty went through a small gap, but Bulukbasi still in front of him. Matty trying to squeeze through here over the jump, and he did it.
Yeah, final lap now. Matty overtake Cem, but Cem will strike back.
Goes right. Where's Cem? Where's Cem?
Right outside. Cem is
Cem is through. Look at that.
But again.
They switching position every single corner. Cem Bulukbasi only has another 3 corners to get into the final, but he's diving deep on Matty. Matty went a bit wide. That was the problem. He was too wide, but Matty is still on the inside of Cem. Crashing into the barrier on the left. This is the end of Matty's dream of the final today. Magic Michael wins the second semi-final heat. It's Driver 1 coming second, and Cem Bulukbasi, he is in third.
Yes, he made it. It was so close and it was so intense.
There's this problem. I can tell you that. Like when we raced online, you remember when the game came out and we did Rallycross Online. This concrete barrier there, you can easily overlook it. And I can tell you, it won't move. No matter how fast you are out of that corner, it won't move.
Your torque won't help there.
Yeah.
The Rallycross car. We have a lot of torque, but it won't help to get you through the barrier.
Wow, that was interesting.
I think the most intense battle we've seen here so far.
That was a proper ending. I mean, they probably switched more positions on the last 1.5 laps than DTM did during the full season.
Yeah, it was like, Matty, Cem, Matty, Cem, Matty, Cem. And,
I really need to talk to Mobot, because I'm actually getting upset with him always giving out caster names that are totally wrong. Mobot, I tell you, your next performance review, do your employmentship, won't be that good, man. Won't be that good at all. I can tell you that. But we need to wait. Matty says he will report Cem Bulukbasi for the last maneuver, I guess. For getting into the wall. But the problem there is, if I'm right, do me a favor. We need to wait anyway. Do me a favor. Go on to the race. Get into the. We now do a track walk. Get into the game. Put us on the track, please.
Let's do it.
And I really want to know if that concrete barrier is actually in or out of the track. Because the question is, depending on how they have been, like the position, if he would have needed to let Matty back on the track or not. Because I think the barrier is outside of the track, which means when Matty was outside of the track.
If you're outside of the track, you have to
get back without pushing someone. So it wasn't up to... Of course, Cem could have just opened it, but we all know how hard it is to control that car, because you need to line it up perfectly for that chicane. If you clip the chicane at one point, you will just end up in nowhere.
We are at track in-game now, so I just go...
Finally see Michael Volk racing
with the controller. I'm
with the controller.
It's so great. A lot of weight transfer here as well, so when you go through different surfaces.
Oh wow, look at that big Buckeye boy. Shout out from Scottsdale, Arizona, US. Man, that's nice.
So, where's the barrier we are talking about?
No, you need to go further, so that we can...
Yeah, but this is the track from the driver's eye, more or less.
Okay, brake.
So
roll it into the corner. Just roll it. Further. Should be there on the left. So this is the line, which is then basically invisible. Oh, the barrier goes onto the track. Look at that.
Yeah, true.
It goes onto the track because that's the line basically, and this is part of the track.
Yeah, true.
So
it's very difficult and.
Look at that sponsor placement here for Red Bull. We're doing everything to promote Red Bull.
Everything.
Even doing cool camera shots on help.
But wait, Rene, where's our Red Bull?
Yeah, they forgot to send us like a huge package of 100 cans of Red Bull.
Yeah, but I see what you're meaning. So this is what you meant. This is somehow part of the track.
It is. So the question is, but if Matty is complaining about him diving into him, and that's what he complains about. He's not complaining about the barriers. It seems that the barrier is not the problem. He didn't happen to save the replay, right?
Yeah.
So we could have a look at it? No, we didn't.
We could have done this.
Of course not.
Yeah, but this part...
But don't worry. Don't worry. The admin's got it. I'll just wait for them to confirm what will happen. So I will ask for that. And then we dive into the final.
This is a Joker lap shortly before we go to the final. So here you see Joker lap in the tarmac section, and yeah, that was a great action we saw here. Cem coming, or no, it was Matty coming back here to the lap against Cem.
You know what? Since we have to wait, we now do a shootout. So we do one lap shootout.
Okay.
Okay. So wait, you now had one and a half lap on the controller. Let's do it 2 lap shootout.
Yeah.
So I get 1 lap. Okay. So what does the winner get, or what does the loser do?
We should decide afterwards.
Because I'm not sure if I will win or not. What do we do then? Like what? What happens if you lose?
I have no idea. So when you lose, you give me your McLaren replica.
He's always trying to get that collected. Just buy the Ultimate Edition of Project Cars.
It
was sold out.
It is sold out. Yeah. So.
But you can buy it, man.
Yeah, this is very difficult here. You have a lot of weight transfer, and here we've seen people, using the curbs somehow. I'm not even sure on PS4. I think the most guys
need to see the times. Do like turn on the HUD. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you are so right.
Yeah. So world record, Michael. Just to remind you,
it's the world record.
34.4.
It's the world record of Okaroka, right?
Yeah. Your potential, but that's based on my last lap, is 38.9. Your personal best is also 38.9. I think that was my lap. Let's see what you can do here.
This part is it's like a tunnel. If you don't have the right line here, you basically have to brake early. Yeah, look.
That was a nice exit. Yeah. I think you will be faster than me, because this was a very good last corner. But and you saw me struggling there
in the meantime, I had to...
37.3.
37.3, what? Okay, yeah.
37.3. But that was your first lap. You only wanted 1. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what I can do.
So we have a competition inside of the competition.
Right a competition inside, but it's not for 15,000 euros. I can tell you that.
We should do some amateurs cup.
Yeah, this is like the amateur leaderboard.
Yeah, let's see, Ray. He always is like this. Yeah, I'm the greatest guy on the planet.
What?
But
no. I can't do it because my next lap is invalid.
Oh, me.
It said invalid.
Okay, let's go.
It said invalid
last chance. Last chance qualifier.
I will probably lose this. Last chance qualifier. Yeah. I need to rotate it earlier like this.
But as soon we will get the invitation for the final, we of course will join the final on PS4.
Let's see.
Did we have a decision for the first semi-final?
I'm just waiting on confirmation of finalists in general.
Okay. So we will see who's made it and who's not.
Oh, no. That was super slow.
But imagine, we are still 2 seconds off the pace from our contenders here.
Come on.
Well, the lap looks fast, so I were pretty good on this one. But you will be faster, I guess. So last corner.
Oh,
Getting a bit wide.
Go up the hill.
Oh,
go
it
up
will
the
be
hill.
close.
Go.
It's
36.
36.8. It's great. If we practice more, we are in the final next time.
Booyah! 36 on a gamepad. And I had no practice on this track at all.
With automatic.
Now I can do where to change no. Where to change cameras, man?
With cross.
There you go. Because I want to do the winning donuts. Because I want. Oh, that was a pure poor excuse of a donut. Give me a second. I got this. Woo!
Yes.
Easy, man. Easy. I got you.
But
I'm
again,
sorry.
I mean, we had this topic.
I'm sorry.
We had this topic for the last races. All people are using the Honda, right?
Yes. We still didn't saw anyone that went to the final. We saw Yuan going to the final on the polo, but he went through to the final because someone else dropped out of it.
Yeah.
So that's not the sign.
And you have a little competition running, right? So if someone is in the top 3 with another car than the Honda, you have some present, right?
For whoever gets gets into the final as a new driver, and it's not Yuhan on a pole. Whoever gets through to the final of one of our qualifier shows, which is not the Austrian qualifier, the European, I will get some sort of gift. I will see what I can do.
That's so great.
How nice I am.
The reason Yuhan picked the polo was, I think, the small barrier. The narrow section in Knockhill for the Joker lap.
You think it's smaller than the it's shorter?
Yeah.
It has a shorter wheelbase.
But I think it's even in width it's a little bit shorter.
Really?
But I don't know.
I could look this up now.
I read through the chat last time, and I think Yuhan wrote something like that he have chosen the polo for this reason. But
Actrovision says Renee Hex. Wow. Wow, Actrovision. Thanks. You saw it! I was racing here. You could see the controller, man. I'm just fast. That's what happens. I'm just very good at this. Once, back then, when internet wasn't a thing, I was still a pro player, but no. But internet was a thing back then, but it wasn't as fast as today.
Yeah.
Just imagine, do you want to know what my first game was that I played online, not on a LAN?
Live for Speed?
No.
Okay.
I played Need for Speed. The first Need for Speed. Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Because you could connect it via phone. And we have a friend that worked at a telecommunication company in Germany, and he set this up. So we were playing each other through the phone, racing with a Ferrari on the coastline, A to B track on the first Need for Speed.
That sounds cool.
That's how old I am.
Yeah.
Even if I don't look like that, look at that. Like I should do advertisement doing the show for anti-aging stuff.
Yeah, for me, the first games to compete more online was Dirt 1 and Dirt 2, I guess. Yeah.
Wow, that is.
It was a bit.
That's new age already.
Yeah, it's new age already. But yeah, before that,
Yeah, when internet wasn't a thing. You remember those times. I mean, when internet wasn't, it's the same like, that I studied to become a teacher, so I actually went to school and I was teaching there. And you see all the kids running around with brand new iPhones. And I was like, when did I got my first phone? Because my first phone I received from my parents, my first mobile phone, it was pretty cool because they got it for me just for one reason. It was the phone from the Matrix movie. This Nokia, which had like a banana shape, and you need to like slide it open.
Okay.
It was like this, but it was banana shaped. So like
it sounds a very big phone.
It was not as big as the first ever Nokia because my granddad had that. My granddad had the first ever Nokia. It was like like this, and SIM cards were like that.
I mean, first mobile phones were like car phones, mobile phones for the car. were
They
attached.
have not really been mobile, attached to the car.
Yeah, true, but it was the first mobile-ish phone.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
And
They
then,
didn't have a connection.
And then the first phones were like this. Yeah.
Activision says he never saw Matrix. Wow. Isn't that a thing nowadays anymore?
Never
I mean,
seen
the movies
Matrix.
are kind of old now.
Yeah.
Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolution. That's a trilogy.
Yeah, but
and it's not like Star Wars, so they didn't went for Matrix 1, 2, 3, and then adding 1.5. All that stuff. No, that didn't happen on the Matrix. Guys, if you think like, why the hell are these guys still talking
about Matrix and Star Wars
instead of talking about hell, the racetrack we're on today? It's because we're waiting for the race marshals to give us results, so we know who actually went through to the final.
I mean, there is some...
Oh, Driver 1 says, phone StarTech. Is StarTech a phone? I need to Google that now. StarTech. Let me Google StarTech. Motorola StarTech. Oh, that was his first phone. Yeah, but that's new age.
Yeah,
Look at that. It's small. It was to unfold. Man, that's new age. That's not really an old phone. But I remember, I really had to laugh. I'm not sure if we're allowed to say that. I want to say something about a phone, which I thought was really bad, but I'm not sure if that's okay. Like, okay, so there was a phone that came out with huge marketing and everyone loved it and actually camped in front of the shop 5 weeks to get such a phone.
I couldn't imagine.
I couldn't imagine that phone, and I think it was the 3rd installment of that phone, and they wrote. I was back then. I was working for Vodafone, and they wrote in the flyer. It now also has customized backgrounds on the 3rd installment of that smartphone.
Yeah, wow.
And just saying, my Siemens S65, which didn't even have a color screen, had backgrounds already you can change.
Wow.
So like individual wallpapers. Just saying, so if someone of that company listens, I wasn't really super hyped about you guys telling us back then that you had wallpapers.
Yeah, sometimes
I have to mention that.
it's the same today with wireless charging and so on. So there are some features, what other manufacturers already have done. Yeah, but it's always the same.
Look how I got around without even naming the company. I'm so good. I'm so professional.
Yeah.
Activision says his first phone, Nokia 5110.
Yeah, I also had a Nokia phone back then when I was like in 6th or 7th class. It was a Turkish one.
A Turkish? I was like, you had Cem Buluk-Bassi as a phone.
No, the blue is a baby blue phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Turquoise.
Turquoise. I don't know if it's the right.
It's kind of hard English word. It's written turquoise. It's TORQ and then some other letters. But I can't remember what.
No.
So what about race marshals, guys?
We are still waiting for the race marshals. So yeah, we had like 2 situations that were important for the race marshals. In the first race, it was a display bug for I believe it was Matty who has not taken the Joker lap.
No, Darwin Dahmer.
Darwin Dahmer. And in the second race, we had the situation between Cem and then Matty, right? Matty and Cem, the duo.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Matty
was.
And
yeah, Matty was complaining about Cem going too hard on him, and that's what the marshals are looking into now. So we still have to wait for the confirmation of 6 players going for the final.
Yeah, finally, that's what we're waiting for. The big final on PlayStation 4. And will it be Boxer Forever keeping his 100% success rate and getting 300 points out of 3 qualifiers,
I
which
think
would be
if he would do that, he could be pretty safe.
Let's have a quick look at the standings before we went into this qualifiers. It's not it's the one before we started this.
Yeah.
So Boxer Forever, he's through to the final. I'm pretty sure about that. Magic Michael the same, and they're only separated by 20 points. So both of them will go through to the final. Darwin Dahmer probably goes through to the final. Okaroka, he is out, I guess. Tichney should be in because he was right after Darwin Dahmer on the first heat. Matty, that's a big question mark because that's Matty versus Cem Buluk-Bassi.
Yeah.
Was that for 2nd or 3rd position?
I think it was for...
It was for 2nd, right? So Matty could still be the...
No, it was for 3rd position.
And Matty crashed out anyway.
Yeah,
so
Matty is crashed out.
Yeah, so Matty is a question mark. So Race-A-Lot went into the semifinals today. ACR Azaziel, he was in the race, as far as I remember, of the list, but he didn't manage to get through. Driver R1 should be through.
Yeah.
Should be yeah, he was second on the race with Magic
right.
Michael.
True.
Popsu, he's
still
either in or out.
Still in question.
Yeah, depends on the first heat.
Yep.
Wet Dog McCain, the Austrian. Look at that. There's an Austrian in 11th position.
Yeah, there's an Austrian, yeah.
Yeah, respect for that.
But no appearance today, right?
Yeah, no, at least not in the semifinals.
Yeah.
So maybe in the previous rounds.
Yeah.
And WRT Ghost, he's also not qualified for semis today, so he will not score big at least. But he had 2 teammates. He had Seaman and another guy.
Teammates will not help while it is a competition.
Yeah, it's an individual championship, so
individuals.
That's true.
Yeah.
It does not really help, but if you want to take part in it, then head over to play.eslgaming.com, sign up, and get your share of 15,000 euros, just to make sure that you know how much that is. It's now I do this like in Mirror. 1. But how to do a
1
5
5.000 0.
That's how much you can win.
15,000 euro prize pool. Yeah.
It's not just before we get any complaints later when we head over to the Vienna offline final.
Not for one
it's
person.
Not a pool with money in. This is not Dagobert Duck's Geldspeicher. So
and 15,000 is not for the just for the winner. It will be split to the first.
It's the overall prize pool.
Yeah, right.
It says production value. Yeah, I really would love to get an animation saying 15,000. But
yeah, that would be great. But
we should get a producer.
Yeah, maybe.
Producer to do it. Producer, do it. Right. No, it's all good. It's all good. There we go. Oh, we got the names for the final.
Yes.
So final result. Boxer Forever, Magic Michael, Darwin Daumer, Driver R1, Tichney, and Cem Bullock Bassett.
That means Darwin Daumer has taken
the Joker
Lap. Everything's
That's all right.
fine.
Okay. But that means we're ready for the final. So better get your invitation.
Yep.
Man. I know that you're not used to invitations because during your school life and personal life you never got any, but it's just easy Excel to go in there.
I didn't get an invitation.
Really?
So far.
It's like, how was your kindergarten time?
I can't remember. you were not there. It's the only thing I remember.
Yeah, I'm a bit older than you. How old are you?
28.
I'm not that much older. I actually turned 30 this month.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
My life is over, basically.
And there was no big party.
I didn't turn 30 yet. I turned at the end of this month. There wasn't a big party yet.
Will there be a big party?
Do we have a qualifier at that weekend? So
maybe.
Maybe I get qualifier.
Next qualifier is in 2 weeks, by the way. We have 1 week for a break. You can still train, improve your project cars to Rallycross skills and compete in the competition. So you still see the sign up link here right there.
Did you do you want to do it again? Come on, do it. Push it. I wasn't fast enough.
Timing.
No,
we will improve.
Timing is off.
Okay.
But your timing is off because you lost the Rallycross challenge against me. So what do you do then? You're the loser.
We didn't define it yet, so
you owe me a burger.
We still have to think about. But
you owe me a burger.
More important right now is the PS4 final.
Steve says I should retire because I turned 30.
Yeah.
Alright, so this will be my last month of A1 Rallycross action. As soon as I hit 30, I will just retire. It's all down to Steve.
It's time to retire.
It's time to retire.
From life?
No, wait. Oh, wow. Bernie Ecclestone, he was in charge of F1 for a long time, so I'm pretty sure I can be in charge of esports racing for a long time.
Or think of Niki Lauda, for example.
Yeah. I still got my ears, but yeah.
If it comes from your heart, if it's your thing, you have fun doing it, you can do it until.
I would have a lot of fun if I would actually have someone nice looking next to me, but you know.
I'm really wondering. I'm really wondering where we are in 20 years with all those even competitions, racing games.
Racing esports.
Yeah.
Probably mixed reality. Somehow, I really want to see that. Let's get it started. There's no invitation, guys.
No invitation yet. I always imagine like the VR thing with people sitting in a virtual stadium, watching the race from with their VR.
I actually just read what happened. There we go. Yeah. Okay. They will do invitations now. My dad sent me a photo of that Nokia. He actually went. He's at home. He checked for the Nokia. Look at that.
Greetings to your dad, by the way, if he's watching us.
Wow. Do we want to show that? Wait. Can we show that? we tried last time. We added something. So we'll try to do that again.
We can show it to you in the break between PS4 and PC, maybe.
Probably not game capture, because this will go totally wrong. Can we go...
Yeah, Rene's breaking the stream by adding weird photos.
Weird photos. So sorry. I will do that during the breaks, guys. I will show you the Nokia
but
after the
But
break.
I can tell you I still got no invitation, so we are not wasting any time of our competitors.
We're sorry, guys, but we will get this going.
Yeah.
We will get this going. I will just download them real quick. I can do that.
But for real Rallycross world, some news last week. So you maybe all know Andreas Beckerud. He were teammate of Ken Block for Ford Performance, and he has a new cockpit since Ford left the competition for 2018. Andreas Beckerud will compete in the Audi in the EKS racing team, and I think it's one of the best teams he could have go to, and while he's Norwegian, and I think he did a clean sweep in Hell last season or the season before, so he won all single rounds. He won the qualifying round, he won every single heat. Yeah, there it is.
Look at that, guys. I will do this full screen because this looks kind of weird when it's not full screen. So just say that was my first phone. There we go. 1, 2, 3, done. I'm sorry.
What was the size of it? Like 30 centimeters or?
Basically, back then I was more like a machine, more Arnold Schwarzenegger due to the phones. And then the lighter the phones got, the more smart I got. That's how life works, man.
Yeah. But what do you think about Andreas Beckerud moving to Audi?
I mean, it was kind of sad seeing Ford Performance leaving the World RX. Beckerud's performance in general, I really have to say, I think he's a bit overrated.
Okay.
I don't really think he's a bit like, but as well, he's very good, not in marketing, but he's sympathetic, on his interviews, he's great and all that. But compared to Petter Solberg or some of the classic guys,
I don't know.
I think
when he raced,
not yet on that level.
When he raced for OMSI before the works contract, he was already a big name. So I think he will be very strong this season. And we are joining the multiplayer session, ready for the PS4 final.
But you know, it's a bit like back then when Rallycross started, especially in the US, and it became part of the X Games. There was one race in LA during the X Games, and Sebastian Loeb joined that race, and he smashed them. So you had all the Rallycross pros, and Loeb came in, raced, and
was it 2012? I guess so.
Yeah, it should have been X Games
12 or 13.
But it's 2018, it's the Qualifier 3 final of a PlayStation 4. We finally get to see if Boxer Forever manages to score another 100 points, or if we maybe see another new name on the top. Could be the likes of Chembulu Bessie, could be Tijane, is still in there, Matty is out, Popsu is out. So some of the big names, it will change on the standings for sure after this race. But it will be interesting to see how much it changes.
Yeah, so we see Boxer Forever in the front here on the pole position, more or less. It's a starting grid, followed by Magic Mike, also very strong contender as Darwin Dorme. Car driver R1.
Oh, driver R1 right next. Oh, look, it's Tichney's starting position right between there and
Chembulu
Bessie. But inside, that's inside for Chembulu Bessie.
Still a good position. So, but the people in front moving right.
Blocking the inside line immediately. Magic Michael second position. Chembulu Bessie slightly bumping on his rear bumper. Chem might be through on the inside. No, Magic Michael still in fight with driver R1 running. Oh, he will lose a lot of positions there.
Yeah, I mean, there was no space for him, so he went through to the outside, first in the inside and then on the outside, and basically we see Darwin Dorme in the third position, followed by Chem. So Chem is not on one of the top spots, but
yeah,
still.
it is car driver 1 and first, but look at that last corner. There's the attack by a Boxer Forever, the current leader of the scoreboard. But he did manage to get driver 1. Darwin gets spun by Chem. I think it was Chem Bessie there. Oh, they lost a lot of time. Look at Magic Michael. He joked, but he didn't lost anything.
Yeah, right. So he joked and he's still, right in front. And someone else just dropped here.
That was VP Darwin Dalmia. He crashed into the concrete barrier there. Magic Michael still fighting hard for the win. Everyone wants to score 100 points that are on the line here. Magic Michael slightly touching Chambulu Bessie on the entry of the left-hander. Last corner, another bump. Another nudge on the back.
But Boxer has a great leading position here, so he's 5 seconds on the lead, and I mean, okay, he still has the Joker, but anyway, it looks very good for him.
Yeah, it's the VP team is strong here in Rallycross. Look at Magic Michael, beautiful. Went onto the inside of Chambulu Bessie's now on the outside for the gravel left-hander. This will be good for Chem. Yeah, he's rotating the car. The rear slightly skips onto Magic Michael here, and he's losing the position.
Yeah, but Chem still has the Joker, so Magic Mike can be a bit chilled about that, but he still has to fight for positions. It's not about getting to 3rd position for reaching the final. It is the final, so it is all about points and positions. So he has to go faster.
Tijney, 5th position. He will not be happy about that. Chambulu Bessie down to 5th. What happened to Chem?
He jokered.
Oh, he joked. All right. I was like, what happened? It's still Boxer Forever, the guy that basically rented first spot in the qualifiers.
But now it's all about 1st position. So, yeah, will it be enough for Boxer Forever to stay on 1st position? He will. Yeah, he's going now for the Joker lap.
That will be enough. It's 4 seconds.
It will be enough.
Driver 1 is not even close. There we see Driver 1. No. There we see TRL Magic Michael.
Here they are.
But Boxer Forever just showing his class here in the Rallycross. This guy is dominating the PlayStation 4 competition.
Yeah. It's a clean sweep for him. 3rd consecutive win here for him. I mean, it's still 1 lap to go, so we won't
know until then. That's kind of true. But look at that. Chambulu Bessie, 5th position. He will not be happy with that. Darwin Daumer, one of the top guys in 6th. While we see Magic Michael now locked onto driver 1. He wants to show the eSports plus car guy that he's still in for the race. And this is a huge battle. eSports plus cars versus Team Ratline. Going on right here. Last lap for them. So it's also the last chance for Magic Michael, the Czech Republic driver, to overcome the Frenchman.
It's a fight for 2nd position. And Magic Mike maybe with a chance, waiting for a failure here.
I see there's also a penalty now onto Chambulu Bessie in 5th position. Will not be happy with his performance in the final.
What happened?
I did something. No, nothing happened. There was someone crossing the line. All right, Magic Michael, look at that. He's going through. He's doing it on the last
No, he didn't.
It wasn't enough. The last centimeter was missing.
What a finish, man. Photo finish here.
Wow.
Between them. But let's look at the timetable. It was so close. I mean, it's, 200. Yeah.
Wow, this is super close.
Yeah, 318 and 343.
Yeah, 0.025 between them.
Yeah.
Chem,
so
even with a penalty, was just a 2nd penalty. He's not losing his 5th spot. So it's Boxer Forever, the guy that took his 3rd consecutive win here. Back-to-back winner on the qualifiers. That's 300 points, and that's the maximum amount of points you can get out of the first 3 qualifiers.
It looked so easy for him. I mean, he's just doing his thing. Everyone is battling and so on, but he just... has his pace.
We know that's part of Rallycross, right? If you get the whole shot, if you make sure that turn 1 is yours, but turn 1 was still like heavily fight for, then turns like the 2nd left-hander. That was when Magic Michael went out and went too far. That's where the chance for Boxer Forever was there. And then the problem is, people start to fight and totally forget to try to catch up to Boxer Forever, and you can't let this guy run away. If he sees his chance to get away from the pack, he's off in the dust.
Yep, and that's what he's done.
With what we just had, Boxer Forever winning the PlayStation Qualifier. I guess we will not wait right now if there are any penalties. We'll hop onto a short break, come back with a PC qualifier, and then if there are any changes to the PlayStation part, we will announce them that. So guys, stay with us. Just get a drink, get something to eat, probably get some popcorn because we're in for a lot of rally action. See you in some minutes.
'Cause I is stained with tears, a wretch hell-bound and bent on blood, the makings of the fearful spheres. The tide it stole away her grace, but depths they wouldn't claim her. Toil began.
Back again, everyone, back here in our studio for the A1 eSports League Austria, the Rallycross Championship, the European Rallycross Championship, since they're not only Austrians allowed, but everyone else as well, as long as you're from Europe. So if you're from Arizona, that's a no. From California, that's a no. If you're from Japan, that's a no. We don't run through all of the countries that are not allowed, because there are enough countries that are allowed already.
Yeah,
but
true.
we just had the PlayStation 4 part, which means we saw Boxer Forever taking win number 3, and probably we should ban that guy just because he's winning every single time.
He's just amazing. His skill is outstanding. So yeah, well earned, well deserved. 300 points.
Well done from the VP driver. VP Gaming had a lot of teams in there, a lot of drivers in there. We saw Cem Bassi from G2, Fernando Alonso Racing for the first time with us in the semi-final. So I'm looking forward to that and see more of him in the next qualifiers. But now it's a PC part. That also means, besides that, you can sign up for this championship on the link below and still take part, because we've got 8 European qualifiers and Austrian onlys as well after that. Yeah, he's pointing on it because that's the only thing he does really, really well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mika.
So somehow the overlays are...
Oh! Yeah, wow, I did both. Look at that.
Yeah.
I can only do one. I only even knew
no,
that I can
sign up.
yeah, I don't even knew that I can do both of them.
Right.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But it is PC. That also means we should have a quick look at the standings before we do anything else. And they show us that currently there's another VP Gaming guy up front.
Oh, they are so strong, man. VP Isaac here in the front with 185 points, followed by Tupper. So on PC we see the field is more close at the front. So there was
no one was dominating.
Right. So no big dominator. Yeah, I mean, okay, 185 points is still a big number, but yeah, and Isaac and Tupper at the top spots here, followed by Oscar Rotex, 3D, James 28, and Yuhan TV, the guy that competed in the polo last time.
Yeah, it's race. That's Team Race Stars. Obviously, we got F4H, the guys that are widely known in the Forza community. They also took part in the Forza Racing Championship. Oscaro, of course, that's the previous SDL eSports. It's now Oscaro. TX3 Coffin in 7th position. That's another French racing team. Van Ommen, Vilinga, Jardier, Zebi, and Roller. That are the top 12. And we see that there's VP Gaming on top. Then there's Oscaro on 3rd. But 3D and Topper should be free agents, but I'm not saying anything else because we're not here to do assumptions. But there are some rumors of them joining a team and signing the first contracts now here in the championship.
Wow.
So we probably see them next week.
With a tag.
Yeah, racing for a team. It will be interesting to see who got them. I mean, they're obviously contenders for the Vienna offline final. We've been 2nd and 4th so far. But we also need to know if they are actually in our semifinals today. And that means we'll go over right immediately to the semifinal graphics so you guys know as well. Look at that. Jardier, Topper, Rotax, Yuhan TV, James, and Roda. That's the heat number 1.
Yes.
And then heat number 2. That's for you, man.
Yeah, it's 3D we're talking about. And Mr. Van Ommen again. Isaac Price, Sebi, VP Isaac, 28, 21, and TX3 Coffee.
Interesting here, at least for me, is that I was expecting another Oscaro driver to get back into the action.
Are you sure that this is the table from this time? It looks like from last week.
It should be.
I saw.
Did I not save it?
In your
oh yeah, it's the wrong time.
Yeah, I just wondered because lastly I saw some new names on the board, like Cooler and some other guys.
Yeah, true. Wait.
So,
it did not overwrite it. We will do this again.
Sorry guys.
So sorry guys.
But we are just humans. And
normally it overwrites it directly. Now you hear my windows.
Yeah.
And
I think
let's wait. Turn them off.
Wait a second. So this is the standings, right,
and
again, on our road to Vienna.
Still wrong. They don't want to. They don't want to play with me. So no semis this time. I will just quickly go to the finals. No, give me a second. I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm so sure.
No problem, but good that I saw that there are some names.
I was like, I saw other names as well. But
Cooler, for example. So there are some new guys on the board for this week. And that is what I were curious about. So seeing new names, maybe here in the finals as well.
It does not want to. Look at that. I try, but it does not allow me to update it for whatever reason. I will create a new one now.
Yeah, but maybe we just have to go to the game and see the names for the first
we're not doing stuff like that.
Okay.
We're not doing stuff like that. We do proper stuff. So that means I will once again look up
proper table for the names.
This should be the right table.
I think it is.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, it doesn't update my standings down there, so I'm sorry. But the graphics, so VP Isaac, he's still with us, obviously fighting for the win. Thanks, Messerspear, for the So Pro Giro. I really appreciate the support. Cooler. Again, Oscar, Rotax, Ace, FRH, James, and Zebi, basically nearly the same as the previous graphic. And then Group 2, 3D. What?
3D again.
What a surprise.
Topper, Murphy. Murphy is, I guess, new in the final.
In the final, yes.
Yeah, Isaac Price and Oscaro Mark. He's also new to
but we had another Oscaro guy.
Rotax.
No, the guy that got banned from week 2. What was his name?
Wasn't it Rotex? Okay.
No, it was Foster, Oscaro Foster.
Yeah, Foster.
Sitting on 90 points currently on 20th position. I thought he will get back into the semi-final. He was banned last week, so I expected him to come back stronger this week. But it seems like that wasn't the case. So that's it. That are the 2 semi-final heats. So it's the first qualifier semi-final with us here for Murphy. It's also the first for Cooler, Oscar Mark. It's not the first for Isaac Price, but I think VP Ace wasn't with us before.
Yeah, it's also new to me somehow. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how the new guys make it here in the semi-final on PC.
That's it. I will just say that everyone is ready, and they're also starting, which means we hop right into the action here, right into Hell another time.
It's
I'm not talking about hell in like a religious way. It's actually the track.
Yeah, it's again Hell RX World Rallycross event in the World Rallycross Championship calendar. And it's my personal favorite track because you have everything. You have switches between tarmac and gravel. You have differences in altitude. You have different types of corners. You have interesting joker lap right after the start. So it sometimes differs from rallycross tracks. Sometimes you have the joker lap at the end of the lap, but here in Hell you have it just at the beginning. And we are in the starting grid.
For this being your favorite track, you're pretty bad on it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was waiting for that. I'm sorry. So,
here we
Road
see
White. Why are there so many names?
To
me, there are 12 starters.
12 starters? Maybe we...
Wow, we just made the semi-final bigger. All of the 2 heats are in 1 heat, and this will just be pure carnage.
What is happening? Some
How
names
did
are
that-
leaving
how
right
did
now.
Everyone get in there.
Is it the
It's
right?
now 7.
Wow.
Oh, someone actually
AI.
activated
Ah,
AI.
it was AI. Okay. Now.
Barrett Attel just won AI qualifying for the
Barrett
Road to Vienna.
Ettel, followed by John Steckman and Jochen Klaassen.
Admin will be like, oh dear, how did I do that? I can tell you, I don't want to blame any admin, or in this case it was Actual Vision because he's our camera guy in the game. Props for that. But it can happen. You try to do everything right, you try to have the right settings, and then stuff like that happens. Once during a live show, I wanted to fix something during the show, so I was looking to the camera and was like, yeah, I can fix this without looking at the screen. And then I went for Alt F4 for whatever reason, shut down the stream.
I have a key on my keyboard that's shutting down the PC.
Oh, really?
I should deactivate it.
That is way too risky for me.
It happened to me last time, and I just took my keyboard from my desk and by accident hit the turn the PC off button.
I just wait if I get a new invite or if that stays.
I think they will probably make.
Yeah, I will go out because we know that maybe my position can be different.
Blame the
blame
game.
the
I had
game.
both.
I'm not sure, Actual Vision, if I can really blame the game on that one.
But it's funny because you just have normally 6 racing spots. You can't even race with 12 people in Rallycross and Project Cars 2. So
Okay.
6 is maximum. You can.
That was kind of interesting to go for 12.
Yeah, I mean we have this problem solved with people starting on the grass section of the track.
So it's now time to bring in AI.
It's time to bring in AI.
It's time to bring in AI. So I'm in. 2, 3, 4. I only see 5 players,
And
which means I joined too early, I guess.
And Ace said he can only pick the Mercedes. That's somehow strange.
Okay, I will leave the lobby.
Cooler.
I will leave the lobby, and then I will just wait for a new invite. And I need the last one to be invited, as far as I learned. So we will do that to make sure that everything's as good as possible for you guys. Let's see what a chat is all about. Hey guys from Brick,
Brick,
the guy from last week.
Didn't made it to the semifinal.
Yeah, mate, can you please change your name to just Brick? You would do me a huge favor with that one.
Brick, what happened? Were you kicked out before the semifinals, or what happened this week? You were so strong in the last races. Brick psychosis.
It's not a bug; it's a feature.
It's a feature, yeah, true.
It would make for an interesting race.
Yeah.
12 people on Hell Rallycross.
Why not?
And then they do 24 hours endurance, also day and night.
Yeah, I
had some
think
snow
we
problem.
will get a problem with the tires then, because in Project Cross to Rallycross, tires are gone after like 6 or 7 laps.
But that's the same for real life.
Yeah, true.
But so you were like, it's a mistake in the game. It isn't. We know that
it depends on the series, yeah. So
yes, due to them having different tires.
I think they are simulating the Cooper tire from the GRC, and it goes like in one race.
Yeah, but that's basically what happens there as
Yeah.
well. It's just there are no pits, so they couldn't really change tires.
Nah.
Oh, we do it the old school rally way. They will just pull to the side, get out of the car, change their tires,
why
and
not?
go back. Look, that would be a cool event.
RX endurance racing.
RX
that's
endurance, and there are no mechanics allowed. Only the people you can fit in your car. So it depends on, do you want to race alone? Do you want to race with a co-driver? Do you want to race with all 4 people? 5, it's a Civic. We can get 5 people in there.
Brick had to work today, that's why he couldn't compete. But Yeah, don't worry. There are still 5 rounds left here for the qualifier of
Definitely
the A1
enough rounds,
eSports
that's
League
true.
Austria for the offline event in Vienna. It will happen in May, right? Was it May or
The offline final?
yeah?
It's not yet confirmed, so we
Oh,
shouldn't
okay.
really talk about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Michael just went all out. NDA, I don't give.
I didn't sign anything. no
What?
NDA signed for me, so I can tell you all what you want. So we are waiting for the players to get into the session, and then we will start the first semi-final here on PC. We had great
Yes.
races on PS4. Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean, I really love the action we got with Rallycross. Yes, it's a bit harsh, and it's but people are always like, "Oh, look at that race was totally dirty. Why are people like that?" But then I have to say, did you ever watch real Rallycross
Yeah,
or
that's it.
real motorsport in general?
Yeah.
How often you see people do mistakes, or like it's a risk factor thing. You either risk something or you don't.
Yeah.
So there are penalties there as well. There are crushes there as well, and it's the same in the virtual championship. So
Especially in Rallycross.
yeah, I really think from what we saw until now in the first 3 qualifiers, for Rallycross, I'm more than happy with the standard of racing.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some penalties, and there should be some penalties, but that just happens. Because if they are not going for the win anymore, then this broadcast will be basically very boring. I wanted to go for another racing championship, and I thought I don't want to blame one.
So some drama in Rallycross, especially as part of the show. So you have crashes, you have contact, a lot of contact in the real races. So for the virtual races, and I think we are nearly
I'm
ready.
broadcaster again. I will vote for start.
Let's go.
And then we're good to go. It's password protected.
Yeah,
Well, I knew the password.
yeah, that's good.
Booyah.
Yeah, RX and touring car are both contact sports, does Steve say, and it's totally
That's
true.
correct.
Yeah.
That's it. There we go. Loading screen Norway. It's a bit more than 1 kilometers. We had the miles on the PlayStation. We got kilometers over here, so everyone knows how long the track is now. And it's still that joker that you can't take on your first lap.
Yeah.
Let's
6
head in game.
heroes.
It's cooler on the first starting grid. It's Isaac in second, James in third, Rotex fourth, Zebi, and then VP Ace, who actually switched to Ace on the screen. I really like that he changed his 3 digits to Ace
very
and
good.
not VP. Thanks, man.
Very good. Let's
Roaring engines here on the starting line. There we go. Green, it's the PC Heat #1 semi-final, and it's still Cooler on the outside. He will probably be pushed away. Isaac's trying to find a way in through Rotex. He went through off to the first position right from the 3rd starting grid, and it's Cooler still in second.
Cooler is a big surprise here, so he's new to the competition and he's going for 2nd position here. So the first 3 contenders will go through to the final. So we especially have a look on the first 3 positions.
Yeah, the Rotex guy, it's easy to spot white car. Cooler still in 2nd position for someone that's new to us. He's set there already. That's really good. Isaac, the current leader
Isaac
of the
dropped to
PC
4th.
leaderboard. Yeah, he's only 4th.
So
And
who's going for the
Ace all the
Joker
way
in the
back.
first lap, or the 2nd lap, better to say. 3 guys already here for
I'm
the
not
Joker.
sure if that was a good idea by Ace.
Yeah.
He
If
should
it's
have went through, take the free air and free space, and try to get some quick laps in. So I
totally
think that
true.
was a misjudgment.
Totally true. Now he has to fight
in traffic,
against Ace and Sebi. No,
So
Sebi's-
we got everyone else jokering besides the top 3. That means Sebi is still there, Cooler, and Oscara Rotex, our current semi-final leader.
Yeah,
doing a
true.
good job
So
there.
it will be interesting to see. Yeah, Sebi is taking the advantage here to go to
Yeah,
the
but he had to
Joker.
break a bit because he was avoiding
Yeah, he
to
was
rear
avoiding
end someone.
contact, but Sebi is still. Oh, contact there, and 2 people are spinning around. Sebi and Isaac.
Yeah, that's
Oh, no.
Isaac totally smashing his Honda there.
Yeah.
Needs to get into first gear again and get off the line there.
Yeah.
Ace no through. Look at Ace. He just got 3rd position all of a sudden. You will be surprised.
That's very good for him, but bad situation there between Sebi and it was Isaac.
Isaac's all the way back to 5th position now.
That's always
It's James F4H on last, and Rotex and Cooler both didn't choke it yet, but they're building a gap that could be enough. Look at Cooler style.
it will be.
Beautiful entry in the corner. Looked
Yeah,
way better than me on PlayStation.
It will be enough, I guess, for the first 2 guys here to go through. And yeah, that would mean Ace could go for the final. So yeah, 2 laps to go in a short period.
Now look at that, CB still looking onto 3rd position. That's the last spot that goes through to the final here today. So CB needs to overcome VP Ace, but he also got VP Isaac, the current leader, in it. But if Isaac doesn't get through to the final, there will be a huge change in the standings.
Yeah, that will be a huge change in the standings. And yeah, Sebi here hunting for the 3rd position, hunting down Ace. 2 laps to go.
Rotex still didn't joke at same for Cooler. Ace in 3rd position. He needs to defend against CB. There we got Cooler. I mean, Rotex is getting away slightly.
Yeah.
For like an inch with every corner. The Rotex driver,
they need to Joker now. Last chance to go for the Joker lap, and we see Cooler hopefully doesn't make a mistake.
There won't be any change. But CB, look, CB got a penalty down to 5th position, which puts VP Isaac now in a chance. Why do we get that? Oh, that's the current overview. All right, James, CB, Isaac, Ace. All right. Will be hard. I mean, can Isaac get Ace here?
This is a fight for the final. But I think if...
someone spun around!
What
Ace
happened? Big
into
impact!
Totally into the side. That was Cooler. He did a mistake on the very last lap. Isaac going through onto 2nd position. Maybe not. Both VP drivers right next to each other. Both going through. And it's Cooler who will be sitting in front of his wheel now. Raging probably.
Damn it. Wow. How did that happen?
Wow.
I would love to have a replay about this one. I mean, Cooler smashing it away in the last corners. Wow. And it changed the whole board nearly. So, yeah. Rotex, Ace.
Wow. Cooler with a mistake on the 2nd to last corner. Spinning the car. And Ace just... He was the steam drain just going in. It's just like, it was football, basically. He saw the defensive line. He was like, all right, man, I'll tackle you.
That crash looked so spectacular. Oh, wow, man. What insane races here today. So we had this 2nd semi-final on PS4, which was amazing. And now...
people say damage was on, so they would need to do a rerun. Did he forget to turn off damage?
James
said...
said...
I don't want to do reruns all over again, because that was an awesome semi-final, man.
Yeah, but, the rules are the rules. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they're right. Obviously, if damage was on,
we've seen it. We've seen cars losing their bumpers, and
that's true.
A full indicator of having damage activated.
Oh dear, admin will not be happy about this.
Let's see what the admins are deciding. But it was still an awesome race. Unless it was visual damage only, yeah, true. So it could be that the damage was just visual, but if one of the racers is saying that there's damage to the car, I think damage was activated. So you can see, your damage number on your screen, like damage for bumper, and damage for the engine, and for the whole car, and for the performance of the car. If it goes to like 50 or 40, you have a wrecked car. You can.
I mean, sure, if you got damage in turn 1 already, then it has a huge impact on your whole race. So it's totally different to racing without damage, obviously. And that's what the rulebook says. They have to race without damage. I'm just waiting right now if I get a new invite, and then we just do a quick rerun here from heat number 1 of the semifinal. It was still a good race. That's kind of true. Like, Mesosphere just pointed it out. It was a great race. Yes, it should be in the highlight reels. It should be in the highlight reels. But unfortunately, no, this is not the right lobby. I'll go back.
Okay, so we will repeat it. So I mean, the guys now know how they race and how the opponents are racing, and maybe it will be interesting again.
Oh dear. I mean, Cooler. He got lucky there.
He's very lucky now, of course.
Spinning on the last lap and then getting away with a rerun.
Yeah.
That was
his pace was until this failure. His pace was very, very decent. And we will see him again, in my eyes, at one of the top spots. So half of the field is making it to the final. I just let you know this again.
Yeah, top 3 go through. The rest of them, the other 3, they obviously drop out of the race.
They still score points for reaching the semifinal. It's not a bad thing. So the road to Vienna, to the €15,000 prize pool, it's still a good thing to get some points for this. But yeah, of course, reaching the final.
Stevie says we need to go to the real track and then stand right outside of the track. We can do that in VR. We
It
can
would
just
be,
stand there.
it would be amazing. Yeah.
Just imagine. Wait. If Project Cars would model the stand for the spotters, because Rallycross has spotters telling them where to go,
Oh.
we could actually stand there in VR on free camera mode, sit next to each other.
Yeah, I mean, we were speaking about the future of those tournaments and competition.
Andy
and that's-
Tudor, if you listen to me right now, please make sure that there are 2 caster models from us on the Rallycross racetracks, and we can put free cam on their faces. So if I turn left, I want to see Michael standing next to me at the racetrack.
It would be awesome.
And we just commentate right off the spotter launch.
A mix between VR and AR, augmented reality. More
Yeah,
or
I
less.
mean, no, wait.
Yeah.
We can still use the normal cameras,
Yeah.
but we can be there and stand next to the track and see them racing.
Wow.
That would be cool. That will be the future of Project Cars eSports, probably.
Yeah.
We just gave them a good idea.
And as a spectator, you also are sitting in the stadium then and watch the race from the outside. Would be also great. To have all the spectators at the track in VR. Wow.
We can wave to Steve then. Hi, Steve, man. How are you?
Yeah, this would be so fun. That's maybe the future. Maybe. I think it would be even possible yet. So I don't know.
Steve says he's not sure if FIA has spotters in the World RX. I know that they have in GRC. Did I not have spotters in World RX?
Spotters in World RX for the drivers, yes, they have.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Like
they
they have
have
spotters in
spotters.
Rallycross
Of course,
in
yeah,
general.
totally,
No
yeah.
matter the championship.
They have spotters.
Like I'm pretty sure
yeah.
about that.
For the drivers, yeah. Peter Solberg has a spotter, and everyone else, of course. Yeah.
Everyone has that poor guy that wants to be part of the team. It's a best spotter.
Yeah. Semifinal 1 gets a restart. That's what we are waiting for at the moment. It was a warm up, a pretty harsh warm up.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, they did some proper racing there, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be sure about calling it a warm up. It was basically a brawl before we go into rank mode. It was a casual game.
But anyway, props to the camera work of Actual Vision and to Project Cars 2 as well. So the racing action from camera perspectives and so on, it looks really thrilling.
There's my invite. Just getting in the password, and then I hope that everyone is ready in the lobby. I see everyone just waiting to sync cars. Yep, there we go. I see it. Someone has a different car.
I
I'm
see,
pretty
Ray.
sure
You have a
that's-
new job as spotter of Chem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm joining G2. Probably the announcement is next week. Me doing spotter for Gem Pull Best. That would be kind of cool. I would go for that job. I would totally go for that job. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a car issue, so...
Okay. So guys, I need a new commentator right next to me here.
You need to be able to do casting in English and German for this championship,
Yeah.
so be aware of that. And yeah, I will rejoin as well, because one of the players has to rejoin.
I have also a new job. I am spotter for F4H.
F4H.
Yeah.
So is this now a pure sellout?
They hired me.
Is it this is like summer sale, Steam summer sale, and we're just signing casters.
Great.
We're just giving away casters. It's not for free, champ. I have to say that. I know your earnings like on championships and stuff like that, so it won't be free. It won't be for free. So,
Okay.
Tichne says he knows a lot of phrases in German. Will that pass? No. No.
I know some phrases in English and I got that job, so maybe.
Alright, that's how Michael ended up over here, Castle. I know some phrases that how I ended up. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, okay,
Alright.
so
So yeah, they will create a new lobby. Just wait for the invite. We have been so quick today, production-wise.
yeah, but
and now it's the lobby.
PC is crashing it now. Our whole schedules.
I was so quick.
Yeah.
Damn it. Michael,
Yeah,
tell
but
us something. I don't know why you pull on that every single time. Can you not pull onto cables? I offered you a clip. You didn't want one. Look at mine.
Um,
It's beautiful clipped.
yeah, it's
Oh yeah, I'm such a machine. I can't
I'm such
use
a
the clip.
machine.
I forgot about that.
It would
Sorry.
not work.
We even had to get you a different ESL chair so your shoulders
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
fit in there.
Yeah, true. They build it just for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, P1 TV is more like Hulk Hogan in his best days.
Yeah.
I don't know how Hulk Hogan looks nowadays, so
I think Hulk Hogan looks still like a wrestling guy. So
I don't know.
but,
Does he?
Wrestling is just about a show, and the rallycross races are about show as well. So we are just waiting for the first semi-final on PC, followed by the second semi-final. So we have 12 guys racing against each other in 2 heats, and 6 of them, the best 3 for each heat, will go to the PC final for today.
Michael creating 3D graphics.
Yeah.
Right on screen. One day there will
but
be a feature so you can paint in the air.
yeah.
That would be good. That would be pretty cool. But I'm just waiting. Seems like Rotex is still not able to actually change his car. So just waiting for that right now. As soon as they're done, we're heading into the semi-final heat number 1. Then we get semi-final heat number 2. Even if you saw 2 starts already, it's not the case. We had the 12 driver carnage start.
Yeah, with the AI.
With however AI got in there.
Yeah.
Then we had semi-final 1 brawl warm-up.
1.2.
Now we have semi-final 1.2.
Oh.
And then hopefully we only have semi-final 2.
And then final.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. So, get me in there. Get me in there. What's happening? So, can we create a lobby? Oh, I got an invitation.
That was very funny, Johan, but I won't read it now. So.
What did Ewan say? Why?
I don't know, but
I'm just thinking, like, I read his comment, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine how. Why? Or is he holding his pad in front of him to watch the stream?
maybe yes, yeah.
So, I'm in the lobby again. I'm a common broadcaster. I can see that Rotex actually has a Honda Civic on the line,
Oh,
which means I
great.
can vote for start. There we go.
Here we go. And we
Fuel
will,
up your cars,
Yeah.
start your engines, and get going.
we will see Johan in the second semi-final, right?
Yes,
Ah,
he will be with us
Yeah.
in the second semi-final, obviously. And we're in the loading screen. It's
Yeah.
over to Hell, Norway. We travel super quick. It's basically like warp. We just go over to Hell directly from Cologne studio over to the racetrack. I mean, you're the only one that ever visited a Rallycross racetrack. I visited one, but that doesn't really count because the Rallycross racetrack I visited was the rally, like the X game Munich one.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not really a proper Rallycross track, at least not a permanent one. So Rotax, he starts all the way back. James up front. There was look at that start off the line.
Yeah, but
there they go.
One of the
Someone
cars
crashed.
disappeared.
Someone just
Yeah.
dropped.
VPA's is on the outside here, losing his first position in the start. But yeah, we have to wait. Maybe there is a decision to restart the race. But yeah, anyway, we should take this as the semi-final one for this moment. So VPA's
Ace currently in the lead.
back in the
F4H
lead.
James. That's the white car chasing him down. Then it's Cooler on his back. Then it's Zebi and it's probably VP Isaac currently in 5th spot. And we're
Yeah.
missing Oscaro.
Yeah, Rotex. Either he was disqualified for early start or just for a disconnect. We don't know. But here's VP Isaac with Sebi going for the Joker lap. They are the first ones to complete the Joker. And yeah, maybe a good opportunity here to close the gap to the first 3 guys. At the moment it's Ace, followed by James and Cooler. Cooler, very, very unlucky last time when he smashed the car in the last lap. So here we go. Still Ace in the lead. Cooler closing the gap on James, but they still do not Joker. They are still racing here. So Sebi was Jokering now, so he had a great fight here between 3 cars. Oh, some contact there.
Yeah, I think we will have another rerun.
Yeah.
Because obviously Rotex got got DQ'd by the game for whatever reason.
So there will be a 4-3-1.
Before we started. Yeah, it's kind of sad because I really want to see it, but we can even show it on the screen now, but we'll do another one. It's a bit sad that the game decided to just disqualify him there. It's like there was no reason for that. But game was like, nah, I can do it. Game decided to go through with it, and now we have to restart again. Just waiting for confirmation, and the host restarted. But everyone is still racing. Everyone's still going.
They're still racing, but we already know that this will be repeated. And Brunner, it's not about organizing a series. It's about some game bugs sometimes happening. I mean, we had so great races so far. I think the organization is just good enough.
Hey, look at that. They're going too wide into that entry of the corner. But VP Isaac, that was an awesome maneuver there. How he overtook Sabi to get back onto 4th position. It's James currently in 3rd. Cooler in 2nd. And Ace in 1st. Sabi got a penalty there. Seems like he cut the track just slightly with an inch. But look at the top 3 here. All of them choke it. And it's last lap.
Look at the tires, dust hanging in the air, and James would go through the final if this semi-final would not be repeated. But anyway,
I guess so at least.
I guess so. Yeah, but anyway, great racing action here from.
Yeah, they're super close. Look at that. This group, like top 3 are right next to each other. It looks like a drift show.
Yeah,
showcase
that's so true. But Cooler again with a great performance. So he is really strong. So he's just behind Ace.
Oh, look at that. Cooler and Ace getting close. Cooler tries on the inside once again. This is now, like, how often do we see this now? Last lap, someone going side by side over the line.
It's nearly every race. Yeah. So, yeah, Rotex kicked out by a disconnect. Maybe it will get restarted.
Yeah, we'll just have a quick word with the race marshals again. We're sorry, guys. I mean, this is not really up to us that it happens.
It's the technical issues. It can appear. Yeah, no errors on PlayStation 4 today, but yeah.
Actually, they say
no restart.
Rotex was DQ'd for false start.
Okay, that's what I mentioned.
It can happen. We know that.
Yeah.
It's like it's a bit of a problem now because obviously you wouldn't tell if you did.
Yeah.
Because it's like you could get a restart.
I saw his car moving a bit, so when you pull the handbrake before the start, sometimes when you go on the throttle too early, sometimes the car is moving a bit, and maybe the
That's too much already for the game.
Maybe the game detects it as a early start.
I had that issue before. It's not really an issue. I mean, it's a mistake of what you're doing. You try to go for the handbrake start rather than trying to just let the clutch go on green.
Yeah.
I still prefer the clutch method. Yes, it's a bit slower than the handbrake one, but it's also not prone to do mistakes.
Yeah,
as long as I have my foot on the clutch. But it might be that, like, currently, like, race marshals are looking into the issue.
Okay, again
to figure out if it's that. But it seems like it was a false start.
Yeah, I think we have Rotex here in the chat. What did he say? Yes, have always did that with no worries. Okay, so it was about the starting procedure. From first race I'm on pole, but restart because there is AI. Second start I'm 4th and win, but there is damage. Yeah, I don't know. So the car moved somehow.
I mean, we saw the car move. Before he disappeared from the line, we saw him spinning the tires and moving the rear of the car.
Car moved into a DQ.
So the question is, was that the DQ? If it was that DQ, then that was his mistake because everyone else managed to have a straight car. So either they didn't start with handbrake or they actually did something different. Because we know it has an impact on when you pull handbrake and when you go onto the throttle and all that stuff. So, like, we saw the car moving in the back. But they will look into it while we move into the second semi-final. Before we take a lot of time discussing the meta, because we're not really part of that anyway. Like, I can just read what Race Marshal tells us in the end. So I guess it should be for us to get on the second semi-final. And talking about second semi-final, let's have a quick look at the groups again. And this time, they're the right ones without me changing anything. You see, it was just program deciding to fool me. But this is the right group. So, second heat, 3D, UNTV and Topper, Murphy by F4H, Isaac Price and Oscaro Mark. So, second Oscaro driver. Just reading the chat right now, Rotex pointing out the 6 drivers. That's actually not true. We tested that. And racing with 6 drivers isn't a problem at all.
No.
Nope.
No.
And I mean, we could go into detail now why people starting on grass, and which is why there will be a patch for the game, but we know why it happens, so we can avoid it now.
Yeah.
We know what the bug is, so we can work around it.
Yeah.
But it's not about 6 players not working. That's not the case here.
We've seen it working for many times now, so yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a lot of private lobbies as well with 6 people. That wasn't.
Yeah,
wasn't
so
the issue for
some
me, at least.
discussion about using the clutch or not.
Obviously, I mean, you want to have the best start because the start is so important on Rallycross.
Yeah, the start is very important. I mean, the races are so short. It's short, intense action. And you don't have like 20 laps to overcome such a disadvantage when you have a bad start. So the start is, of course, very important. We've seen it also here in the PS4 in the first race with Cem starting on the inside, getting a bit blocked and so on. And yeah, first corner and the start is very important for coming through the field and
There is my invite. Second semifinal gets on its way soon. Then that's a news I like to share. That we get into it very, very quick.
Now we see Topper again from Finland. So especially in Finland and Scandinavia, Rallycross and rally is a big thing. So the guys are really capable of doing great car movement and so on. Scandinavian flick, which
Can you do that? Can you do the Scandinavian flick?
And here in Rallycross?
No, with your Focus RS.
I could try it, but I don't want to.
RS stand for Rally Sport?
It does stand for Rally
Why
Sport.
does it have front wheel?
Because rally cars also have front wheel.
Yeah, because rear-wheel driven rally cars are not that common anymore. They're not that common. Yes, in specific series, yes.
Yeah.
But as like widely known rally cars are not rear-wheel driven.
But especially on tarmac rallies, you see even Porsche doing great performances. So again, 6 people for the second semifinal.
Look,
here.
Bullet Bassi just realized that it was you being in the Gamescom event. Yes, I sent him to Gamescom as well, mate. Just like you.
Yeah. It was me in the yellow Mustang.
There we go. Topu is in there. Yuhan TV, the guy's always on stretch, and there's the Focus RS on the back.
Yes.
There's someone not launching off the line.
Yeah, somehow.
Yuhan TV in second position. First is Topu. That's Oscaro there with the Focus RS.
It's
Mark is in third, bumping into Yuan's back, and there's 3D locking onto him. And where's Isaac Price?
And it's again 5 people. I miss someone here. It's Isaac Price
didn't launch off the line.
Didn't launch off the line.
He decided to not do that.
Oh, what a disaster, man. Here's the Ford Focus RS with Oscaro Mark in third position. No, in fourth position. He lost some position there to 3D, and he's going together with 3D for the first.
Yeah, very close launch into the
Joker lap.
But that was beautifully done. Look at how he closed the gap, not touching the rear of the guy in front of him. That was a really good one here.
Yeah, you have to be very sensible on the gas, on the throttle, to not over-rotate the car. And Yuhan TV in second position.
He didn't joke it yet. We know that 3D and Oscar Mark both joke it already,
and
which
it's
means
about,
they're in a good spot.
Yeah, it's about 4 seconds. When you have a gap of 4 seconds and you go to the Joker lap, it could be enough to stay at your position. But it will be interesting to see.
Topper really goes off the line. Look at that. UNTV is not really closing the gap.
No.
To first position. I mean, he doesn't need to. They just want to. Get into the top 3, so they qualify for the final. And this would be 3D right now, and with Oscar Mark being out of it.
But the technique of Yuhan TV is looking great, so he's using the curbs for, getting the car into a direction and so on.
Look at that beautiful Focus RS.
Yeah,
now trying to get closer. He wants to get third position. Great last corner here. That was really tidy.
Yeah.
Sticking to the inside.
He knows.
Nimble and light car there.
Yeah, UNTV in the Joker lap. It will be interesting to see if he can still manage to stay in the first position. Yeah, he's still on second position, and he is yeah,
Way up ahead
3.5 seconds.
I mean, you and Joker.
Yeah.
And Topu didn't joke it yet.
Or
so that's how the gap got
someone else
created.
dropped from the game.
We lost
just 4 people now. We just Isaac Price. Yeah,
Isaac Price, yeah, Isaac Price. He was standing at the start anyway.
We have to check what happened there to 2 people. So yeah, UNTV. Now it will be interesting to see Topper coming out of the Joker lap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but still
it's enough.
UN,
so it's just 3 seconds, I guess. What you are losing here on the Joker lap, or 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Yeah, Oscar Mark. Oscar Mark is seems to be out now.
Yeah,
so
you got a 3-second penalty as well.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see something causing this penalty.
Yeah, we didn't have a camera at that time. There's Freddy, currently 3rd position, so he would go through to the final.
Yeah, 1 lap to go here.
Beautiful lap was. Look at how he clinches to the inside,
Yeah.
off the corner there. Very smooth driving. Not that much of a weight distribution, not much like filling with the rear,
It's
or overpowering the car at all.
For all guys here in the group, very clean racing, so to say, for the racing line. Again, we see some usage of curbs, and we see Topper making it through the first semifinal here, for the second semifinal with a win. So we have 3 guys going to the PC final.
Yes,
Topper, UNTV. Great for UNTV, right? So you were a bit unlucky last time.
I mean, he got into the final last time.
Yeah.
Due to someone else getting a penalty.
Yeah, true.
But he didn't originally qualify for the final.
Fastest lap goes to Topper. Yeah, so
34.666.
That's very quick.
That's a nice number for racing in hell.
Yeah, true.
Really?
Yeah,
34.666
in hell.
On a hell race. That's what you do. That's how you do it. Oh, that's not that bad.
But maybe there were some issues of connection and so on, so we have still to wait for confirmation on this second semifinal. Yeah, Hyundai is GRC. In rules it says only WRX cars. I mean, the rules say it's
Rallycross cars.
It says Rallycross cars.
No DLC content. That's it. You're not allowed to use the DLC content.
Yeah. We have the Audi and the Citroen there.
Oh, Murphy got DQ'd for false start.
As well.
So you did another one.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And what happened to the other guy that's just standing at the start?
Yeah, they currently discussing that.
Yeah.
So it seems like.
Yeah, Isaac.
Wait, they got DQ'd.
Isaac just didn't move from the line, so we have to check what happened to him. But anyway.
Okay, so Murphy got a false start, so he got DQ'd immediately for what he did. But
Isaac standing still.
Isaac standing still, and they don't know why.
Okay.
So Isaac just decided to not. Maybe he was going for a T.
Maybe his controller or pedals are disconnect. Yeah, that happens, and it's.
Yeah, I mean this is racing. We know that technical problems are part of it, but that would be kind of sad for that. I wonder how it would be without Hyundai. Kind of true. I mean, we can't imagine that because we saw so many Hondas in the first 3 qualifiers.
I mean,
everywhere.
We saw the Ford for the first time here in the semifinal.
Oh, Isaac's wheel actually didn't work. It went off.
Okay.
So that's why he didn't start it.
That's what I thought.
No input.
No input. Oh, that's bad.
That's really sad for him.
Yeah. But anyway, it seems
really
like
sad.
the second semifinal is confirmed. The result is confirmed. So we have 3 guys, going to the final. Topper, 3D, and Cooler. No, Cooler is anyway in the final.
There will be finals today of the qualifier. So the final heat of today.
Finals.
But there will be an offline final as well in Vienna, which is why everyone tries to score as many points as possible, because it's about 15,000 euros prize pool in the offline final in Vienna. So they all try to score points. They all try to make their way to the road to Vienna. And that's what all of this is about. So if you're new to A1, check that out. That is why we are here and why we're racing So many people. I'm just waiting. If there is a new lobby, I probably need to leave the lobby. Just to be sure that I don't take spot away from anyone that joined new into the lobby. So we will do that because that's what we got told, that this is part of it.
Was there any decision on semi-final 1? I mean, there was also some confusion, but
not yet. I didn't got any information so far. So I guess there's nothing that happens yet. How many entrants were there by platform for this qualifier? I can't tell you, man. I didn't check the numbers. We're here to cast it. Not to check all the numbers, but you can check it out at play.eslgaming.com, I'm pretty sure.
Right. There sometimes our bot is sending a link to the tournament overview. You can easily check on the whole tournament tree.
Marshall say final should be VP Ace, Topper, Cooler, Yuhan TV, James, and 3D.
Yeah, looks fine to me.
Wow, that's a completely different group than expected.
Really?
I mean, I expected Topper and 3D because they're super quick, those guys. Ace is a bit of a surprise to me, I have to say that. Cooler, obviously, because we didn't saw him before.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, two new names.
James going through is really cool.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't sure if Hell fits him and make sure he gets through, but he did. So
we have a final. It's so great.
We get a grand final, which is the important bit of this.
Yeah, the final for round 3 of the European qualifier in eSports. A1 eSports League Austria. eSports.
It says there that A1 eSports League Austria.
Yeah. A-Sports.
A-Sports.
I just said
the
A-Sports.
Look at A-Sports.
Okay. As usual, waiting for the players. And
no worries. Admin is like, I just wait for players to join.
I'm very excited. So let's see.
I mean, the PlayStation one was just awesome today. Like the action we had, it was thrilling. It was close. It was hard, but not harsh. Mm-hmm. Sometimes maybe, but that's Rallycross. But we really saw proper racing action, and it just shows people why there is potential in esports of racing. We have those close groups, like even the second group now. They have been very, very close. They haven't been a bit more civilized in how they fought for the win, but it is a really cool race to watch. Short, entertaining races. Got multi of that, so I really like that. Multiple of those races.
Yeah.
Why do those two talk in English despite the fact that A1 is an Austrian company? I mean, before explaining it, I have to say, since when does the let's say title sponsor holder of the championship define their country defining the language of spoken? Because then there would be a lot of championship that would be casted in very weird languages.
Somehow,
at least uncommon, not weird. Uncommon languages.
And just imagine us talking Austrian dialect. It would be horrible.
I shouldn't try. No, it is in English because it's the European qualifier. The Rallycross part of the A1 Championship is actually open to everyone from Europe, so it's not Austrian only. So that means we got drivers that either don't understand German, but they also bring viewers in or their teammates. So if we would do it in German, it would be kind of sad. And let's be honest, most people that speak German also understand English, and it's enough to listen to the broadcast. So why should we rule out all the others?
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
we'll be sad,
but there will be German broadcasts for the Austrian qualifiers. So there will be 2 Austrian qualifiers, and of course,
we only got one.
One Austrian qualifier. Sorry.
He's once again going for confirmed information.
I'm so sorry. But we also will have a final casted in German.
That's true.
Grand final of this whole series. So don't worry.
GRC has also Austrian sponsors. Is that?
Red Bull.
Not the series. Oh no, Red Bull. Yeah,
but,
true.
But okay, Red Bull is more or less a global company right now.
But their
so
HQ should be in Austria.
It's based in Austria, but all of those companies are very global companies, so you can't say it's just
We are ready to head into Michael and fake news. Yeah, we are ready to head into the final. I see everyone is ready. I readied up as well. And then I go over to... I really want to touch the split screen, but I really want to. I really want to do that. But it seems like... There we go. There we go. Loading screen is on. It's the final of PC. It's the qualifier 3 out of 8 European qualifiers.
Last race of the day as well, and we are looking
Kind
for
of sad
some.
about that because I really like the action we saw today.
I wouldn't mind to see some more races, but that's how it is.
Make them be 05.
Yeah.
Make all of them be 05. There we are at the racetrack here in Hell, Norway.
6
UNTV
names.
starting from pole. Then it's James, Kula, Tope, and Ace with 3D being on the fine side. That was the starting position of Cembuluk Bassi.
Yeah, right.
In his
Will we see a
semifinal.
surprise? That's a big question
Yeah,
mark.
do they block it off immediately?
Yeah, we will see.
There we go.
Here we
and
go.
Someone got stuck. Is that 3D
Again.
not launching off? Why?
Yeah, 3D
Why is this
standing
working
at the
in
start.
tests but not working when we do
Yeah. Oh, spinning around here, Topper. Spinning, I think it was Kula.
Kula out of it, basically. He smashed into the wall.
Yeah.
Basically trying to go to Hogwarts through the wall. But it
3D
didn't
left,
really work for
3D
him.
left the race. And it's Yuhan TV at the first spot. Wow, what a surprise. Yuhan, great performance here from the start. Yeah, Topper in third position, followed by VP Ace here, going over the starting line. And will he use it? Yeah, he will go to the Joker lap. Good decision, I think. Also in the Joker lap we see James. So that will be interesting to see if James and Ace can close the gap on the leaders. A leader at the moment is still UNTV, followed by Topper.
Yeah, Topper's second position. You will like that. James, the FOH driver, currently in third, followed by VP Gaming's Ace. And then it's Kula. After the crash he had, running a bit wide there. But there's tarmac, of course. You can run wide there. Get onto the tarmac, and then get all the grip and launch it off onto the track.
I think the gap between Topper and James is not enough for Topper to stay at the second position. So James maybe will pick this second position. But yeah, for me, UNTV looks pretty much safe. So we've seen the half of this race.
Depends if they both joker at the same time, then it's all right. If UNTV jokers too early,
True,
Topper
very true.
gets through and gets the upper hand.
Oh,
It might
UNTV would be so happy about a win here in the final. I mean, it's so great.
James, but look at James. He's 2.4 seconds away when they
2.4,
went over the line.
Yeah.
So if they joker,
Gap got a bit bigger now, so it's now like, yeah, it's
still around 2-0. It depends on the corner.
It depends on the corner, yeah. It's a real-time gap we're seeing here, and yeah, not much fighting here, not too much contact between the cars, but still an interesting situation due to, yeah, people still have to take the Joker lap, and we will see it this lap or next lap. So we must see it this lap. They have to go. No, they don't
they're
have
racing
to go.
6 lap as well.
Yeah, there's one more lap
Yeah,
to
they
go.
got another
You're right.
crossover, and then they
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
joker.
yeah. So
Oh,
UN
UNTV with a mistake here in the left-hander, giving a chance to Topper to closing on the gap, cutting it short to half a second now. And we see that James fell off to nearly 3 seconds.
The fight is on here for the win in the PC final, and yeah, will James overtake them? So we will see it just now. UNTV and Topper going to the Joker lap.
Yeah,
So
they
jump.
need to joker. Their last chance to do that. They will cross here the Joker sign there. You can see it.
Ah,
Oh,
right
going
outside.
way outside, but look at how much
Oh,
traction he got there.
he still could be in first position, and he is. UNTV still in first position. Wow.
It's James right behind. Look at that. The three of them now fighting for the points here in the PC final. Can James have any impact on Topper and Yuhan? Run a bit wide there, but
Race
it's
is
another
not
2
over yet.
corners. We don't know yet. There's James running clean. Yuhan, bit of struggle. Look at that. Yuhan going wide, giving Topper the inside.
Again,
Once
photo
again, going over
finish.
the line. Where's the camera? There it is.
Yeah, UNTV.
Yuhan
Wow.
wins in front of Topper, and then it's James FOH
And
coming
Ace.
third, Ace fourth, and Kula, he will be on fifth.
Ooh, UNTV, congratulations. What a great win here. So it was, sometimes it was a bit, yeah, we're not sure about Yuhan getting this home because
Yeah, he was
he's
struggling the last lap a bit.
yeah. But he managed it. So great.
It looked a bit like he was struggling and thinking about it, like maybe getting too nervous. I don't want to say that.
Not
because
an easy
I don't know if
situation
that's
here.
the case, but it looked like he was feeling the pressure from James and Toppy on his back. It just shows that Hell it seems to be a track where it always ends with 2 cars side by side going over the line.
Really? Yeah.
This now happened 5 times.
Yeah, 5 times out of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is...
Best lap here
It's crazy.
for... Too late. He just clicked it
Oh,
away.
I'm sorry. You
But I
wanted to
think
say best
it
lap.
was around 33.8. Yeah, 3D never started. Yeah, someone asked about why are there only 5 people in the final. So 3D somehow had an issue.
Yeah, 3D, because I know that they're discussing about position, but 3D like Rotex got DQ'd in this position, 3D didn't, and we saw that Murphy got DQ'd, but he was standing on another position.
Yeah.
So at least that's what I remember.
I mean,
So
for
it
the
should be
final
the right
too.
one.
For the final, it was the same. So one guy didn't start.
Yes, but on another position. They were
Yeah.
talking about if it's the grid position.
Yeah, okay.
But we saw that Isaac Price was on the outside, like so to the wall where it happened, and it was 3D who had it on the other side of the grid, like on the far inside.
Yeah, Cooper's bringing in a valid point. So tires are really weak at the end of the race. That's totally true, especially here in Hell, where you have a lot of sliding around and yeah, Tarmac switching to gravel.
Yeah.
Tire is under pressure, and especially the on the left side rear tire is very down on performance. So you have to car is sliding a lot. It could also
It gets harder to be on the perfect line. Let's be honest, Rallycross is one of those motorsports where you it's a bit NASCAR. You do a new line every 3 laps, basically.
Yeah.
Rallycross, where you change lines a lot, not comparable to classic circuit racing. If you see it, if it's not endurance, and even there they try to stick to the same line, but you don't have that many variety in lines. And it's completely different in Rallycross. Like, there are a lot of ways to finish this, but it's that. It's just kind of interesting to see. The current leader on PC was VP Isaac, and he will probably not stay like that because he didn't score big in today's qualifier number 3. While on PlayStation 4, we know that Boxer Forever, not next week, but on the next qualifier, will still be on top because 300 points, no one can have more than that if you can only win 300 in a round. But that also means we're on the end of today's qualifier, 3rd qualifier out of 8 for the Europeans. And the next one is not next week, guys. It's the week after. It should be the 17th of March, if I'm not mistaken. So sign up, obviously, on ESLplay.com to be part of
February.
the A1 Rallycross Championship here, the eSports League, and try to get your 15,000, the share of your 15,000 in Vienna for a big offline final, live audience, live stage. You will be on that stage racing then if you qualify. And yeah, we will be back
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks with qualifier number 4. Until then, we can't say anything else than see you there.
See you there. Some great tracks coming up in the next rounds. And yeah, have a nice weekend, a nice left Saturday and Sunday.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.